Hello and welcome. You're watching Inspire India here on Mirror Now. I am Afrida Rahman Ali. This is the show where we bring to you stories of the good Samaritans and those around us who have stepped up to help those in need. So we are going to bring you stories from across the country. We do that every day. Talk to people, those individuals who have put their own lives on hold in order to help others because they see misery around them, and in one moment they decide that they are going to start an initiative. Small steps have led to big networks, and that's what we will talk about today as well, because remember, for a country like ours with the kind of population that we have, it is simply not possible for the administration to reach every nook and cranny. Therefore, these community partnerships, NGOs, foundations, civil society groups that have come together to help out are making an immense contribution, owing to which the country today is slowly but surely coming out of the intensity of the second wave. So we owe it to these individuals. Dr. Sunilkumar Hebbi from Bengaluru, who is actually running a mobile van, a mobile hospital of sorts, doing a lot of good to people, reaching their doorstep with medical care and medicine, something that is so crucial during the time of a pandemic when it is not always possible to access hospital beds. So we are going to talk to Dr. Hebbi. Dr. Hebbi, at this point, I want you to share with us the kind of journey that you have undertaken, because you were a regular medical student, you were doing your internship, and you started this mobile van, this clinic way back in 2011. But there was an interesting turning point in your life that made you start this. Of course, at that time, there was no pandemic, but something that made you start this, which is now proving to be immensely useful. But tell us about how a regular medical student like you suddenly changes direction and takes up a humanitarian cause, Dr. Hebbi.
Because the healthcare is not available for the rural people and not accessible. Because we started, no one should die because doctor is too far or clinic is too far. To change that, we started mobile doctor clinic.
Yes, and
Hello?
that is something which is turning out to be extremely useful now. But yes, please continue. No, when you started in 2011, that time there was no pandemic, but something made you take that decision. If you could share that experience with us, why you started this mobile van, this mobile hospital.
Yeah, on busy Vasu Road, I seen one accident. That time I given basic primary care to the accident victim, and I admitted that patient into a nearby hospital, and then I written my name and attendant's name. That time came to know that they called me and they said me, you saved my son's life. I'm so happy, and I want to meet you, sir. And they are literally crying, and they said they came to my hospital and they met me and they have given me food and everything, and they are literally crying and they are so happy because I saved her son's life. I feel because it's not a big thing, being a responsible citizen, being a doctor, I did my job. But the thing is, later I got to know that because I have to convert into mobile clinic, because first aid kit is not enough to start finding some portable things, portable table, chair, ECG machine, glucometer, thermometer. Now, recently we even added oxygen concentration machine and cylinder.
Okay. So that's interesting. We are seeing that in the pictures, Dr. Hebbi. Now, what is interesting in your case, of course, highly commendable. And like you said, I'm doing my job, but actually you're doing much more than your job. I mean, there are so many doctors who are serving hospitals, but you have taken it upon yourself to reach out at the doorstep, literally, of people who need medical care. And to begin with, you started with your own private car, refurbishing it into some sort of a mobile clinic. And now, as you go along over the years, perhaps you have acquired more vehicles and you're doing this. But, this is again something interesting. The fact that something like this can be extremely useful during a pandemic. When you were doing this, there was no coronavirus. But now, when all the more it's important for people to stay indoors, hospital beds are scarce, something of this nature, Dr. Hebbi, is very, very important and critical. Dr. Hebbi, from you as well. I mean, this is a similar thing, isn't it? That you just don't want to sit back and do your regular 9 to 5 job or your regular job when you know that you can do a little bit more. What inspires you to do that little bit extra? Because not everyone is doing it.
No, the thing is, from last 13 years I'm doing, but I quitted my job, corporate job, to do this, because healthcare should be a service, not a business. Because the thing is, everyone in a villages, they need basic primary healthcare. Prevention is the better than cure. For that reason, we are traveling across the villages, slums. Every day we are treating around 20 to 25 patients at their doorstep with the help of volunteers, some other people. But the thing is, we are treating only 20 to 25 patients in a day. If we get a support from a people to support to purchase a van, tempo traveler van, we can treat 100 to 150 patients to visit slums or some other areas. Because we are concentrating on now to purchase a van. If supports someone, it helps me a lot to do more.
Okay. Absolutely. And I was just looking at your schedule after completing his shift from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. It's a night shift that Dr. Hebbi does at a BBMP COVID clinic where he works on a contractual basis. He's a former resident doctor at the BGCS Global Hospital. He takes a 2-hour break, and by 10 a.m. he's ready to zip across Bengaluru. It's not easy, viewers, to do this. Think about it. After having done your full shift, this is something that you're doing beyond your call of duty. So, Dr. Hebbi, you were saying earlier that I'm doing my duty, and again I want to emphasize you are going beyond your call of duty to do this, and that's what we salute you for. Within a month of extending the clinic work hours, Dr. Hebbi has been able to treat close to 250 patients. This is the idea which I want you to talk to us about, Dr. Hebbi, about a mobile van, how useful it is at a time like this. Why don't we have more of this when everyone is clamoring for beds? Isn't the administration aware, or seeing an example like yours, hasn't it struck anybody that why don't we get a whole network of these mobile hospitals or mobile vans to cater to people? Can it work, Dr. Hebbi?
Yeah, 100% it works. If they do on a mobile vans like as I am doing, it helps a lot. We are meeting a direct COVID positive mild patients. It helps them because primary care is the most important thing. We are neglected. And many people are not taking medicines. Even they cannot afford 100 rupees medications. And we are distributing medicines, pulse oximeter, even infrared thermometer for those who are genuine need.
Absolutely.
Yeah, whatever we have treated as of now, around 250
plus. As well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the thing is, yeah.
Okay, no, I thought you were saying something and I interrupted you. Anyway, so I wanted to basically ask you, Dr. Hebbi, that, with a schedule like yours, with this kind of full-time dedication, what about your own personal life? And, would you have to put a lot of things on hold? How do you manage to dedicate such long hours to your job and to this humanitarian work?
Yeah, it's a very challenging, and also I'm struggling a lot for the financial things to take care of my family or something, because since last 13 years I'm doing, but my family is supporting. My mother, father, they are very supportive, because since last 12 years they are seeing my journey, and I'm doing it's not a service, it's a responsibility. Being a citizen of this country, being a doctor, healthcare should be too reachable, No one should die because doctor is too far or a clinic is too far. To change that, I started this mobile clinic.
Many times from all the real life heroes that we have on the show, that they think it's their responsibility, they do it in their patriotic spirit for the country. They never feel that they're doing anybody a favor. Now, that's again something that we must all perhaps learn from. And Dr. Hebbi was telling me that there is a need for more tempo traveler vans, more mobile vans, so that he can expand his network. and serve more people. So if you want to reach out to them, I'm going to take this opportunity to appeal to our viewers to watch out for initiatives like this if you can help. Thanks for watching Inspire India. Thank you, Dr. Hebbi and Bhavna, for joining us.